Hi everyone, it's Becky here. So I've been art journaling in different kind of sketchbooks for 9.5 years now, and I have filled about 45 or 6 different kind of sketchbooks. So today in this video, I want to talk about what motivated me to start an art journal and what really keeps me going for so many years on and on. So I started my first art journal in 2012 in my university art class in my second year of university. And my drawing instructor gave us an assignment is to fill a sketchbook with any kind of stuff that we want. And back then, I had been following a lot of sketchers and artists on Flickr. So Flickr is an image sharing engine. It's kind of old-fashioned now, but a lot of people are still using it these days. So a lot of sketchers and urban sketchers are posting their sketchbook work on Flickr, and so I followed many of them, and I got so inspired. And when my drawing instructor gave us this assignment, I decided just to start my first art journal, drawing things around me, drawing from real life observations. So I still remember those days when I was sitting on the street in my undergrad years. I had a lot of time back then as an undergrad student, and I spent a lot of time sitting outdoors in the city, in downtown, sitting on the street and sketching cityscapes and landscapes around me. And also I did a lot of sketches of people as well back then. So that was a great memory. I had a lot of time back then as an undergrad student. I know a lot of people, a lot of artists and illustrators, they like to work from photographs or like reference photos. But for me, I use reference photos only when doing commission work. And some people have asked me, why aren't you sketching from photographs? Because in this way, you don't have to sit on the street and, being exposed to others and, being bothered by the traffic, by the noises and the weather, things like that. But for me, I really enjoy sketching in the real world because it has so multiple kind of sensory experiences, like hearing, smelling, and the real seeing that photographs cannot really capture. So I have to sit in the real environment to be able to get inspired. I've tried to sketch from photographs I took on my walk or on my travels with others. Sometimes I cannot really sketch anything when traveling with a group of friends or family members because they always want to move on super quickly. So I had to take photographs, and later on I tried to sketch, but I couldn't get motivated to sketch from photographs because those are pretty much like dead images. They're not real experiences. I see the photographs I took, a lot of things are not being captured so accurately. A lot of colors and forms are flattened. A lot of stuff are merged together. They're not as dynamic as I see with my eyes in real life. So I don't really trust photographs because they don't capture the real qualities of life. And I still remember those winter days when it was so cold out there and I was sitting on my portable stool on the street and sketching the scenes in front of me. I think those kind of qualities is really important in the sketching experience, experiencing the weather, including, the elements that are not really making you feeling comfortable. And then after you sketch it and you see your result and you think about the experience you had, the artwork becomes more valuable compared to if I'm sitting really comfortably in my art studio and sketching from a photograph. The experience and the feelings I have will be totally different. So sketching from real life in my art journal is really pretty much like experiencing life itself. Sometimes I'm sitting in a warm summer sun on the beach and enjoying the great weather and the wind blowing on my face. On another time, on a cold winter day, I'm just sitting on the street with the cold winter wind blowing and I'm feeling so cold, my hand becoming numb. So those kind of experiences, both positive and negative experiences, are part of our lives, and so part of my art journals. And those combinations just makes my I think makes my journal entries much more valuable than creating them from photographs. So another thing that keeps me going to art journal is that I really like the experiences of taking tiny bits of time every day and just draw and paint something. So for my art journal entries, each sketch took me about the minimum is 10 minutes, and the maximum sometimes I could spend 1 hour and 30 minutes on a whole page spread. So it's really a flexible way of making art. So sometimes if you have time, you can spend a lot of time with it. If I don't have time, then if I only have a little bit of time every day, then I just take 10 to 15 or 20 minutes in a day, and that's it. So it's really flexible depending on my schedule. So, and I'm not really pushing myself to spend way too much time if I'm way too busy, compared to if I'm painting on canvas. So I have to get all of the big tubes of paint ready and then set up the easel and then get water and a towel and everything and all the other materials ready. It's a lot of hassle. And art journal, in comparison, is that I don't have to spend a lot of time and energy to think about how to set up and then when to do it. I can do it anytime because my materials are very, very simple, which is one sketchbook. So I only need one sketchbook and one watercolor palette and 1 or 2 pens to draw. And then when painting, I'm using 2 water brushes. These are like fountain brushes with water inside. So I squeeze them to mix paint and then paint on paper. So these super portable and minimalistic tools really keeps me to to pick up these tools and then sketch anytime, anywhere I want. And the third reason of why I keep on art journaling is that because I want to create a continuous series of books about my life visually. So as a kid, I really enjoyed reading books with a lot of pictures, and as a kid, I really enjoyed making my own picture books. And now as an adult, I really want to create my own series of books about my life. So hopefully many more decades to come. It's a great memory for myself to look back and then to share with my family too. And then to share with the rest of you in the world. And the fourth reason of why I keep on art journaling is that I am a very sensitive and nostalgic person. So when I see something, I feel that I won't be able to see and feel it all the same again. So even I'm eating the same kind of food and drinking the same cup of coffee or tea, I know that the next time I drink it, it's gonna taste different because my mood and my life experience and my psychological state is different. So every time when I taste the same stuff, it's very different from the time before. And if I go somewhere and if I see a really beautiful phenomenon, I know that I won't be able to see and feel it after this time. So it's a kind of a bit of strange feeling. And I'm actually a very sensitive person. And I really like spending time to think about my past life experiences too. So art journaling for me is a really great way to hold on to life's moments, even though they're very ordinary. I love ordinary moments in life. And I believe that we don't have to go to anywhere, super monumental, super gorgeous to be able to have great life experiences. If we're just living our ordinary life, eating ordinary food, seeing ordinary views. I'm able to enjoy life to the fullest. And that's why I enjoy sketching the same window view over and over again over the years. Because every time the view is actually different physically. And to me, I feel it really differently, emotionally, and I'm connecting it really in a different way, emotionally and psychologically. So that's why I never get bored or tired of sketching the same stuff over and over again. Okay, so number 5. The fifth reason that keeps me going to art journal for years and years is that I don't care too much about the results of my sketches in art journals. I think this reason is really, really important for me, myself, and then for you too if you're starting an art journal. It's really important to let go of perfection. So as you can see in my art journal, I know as an outsider, you see my art journal pages as really nice, perfect pieces of artworks. For me, sometimes I really hate some of the drawings I created because sometimes the line work and the colors might be more sloppy because I was rushing because of lack of time or for different kind of reasons or in a bad mood or something. I just hated that drawing. That to you it looks okay, but for me, after a while I didn't really care too much about the results. I just flip to the next page and I just kept on drawing, and I didn't dwell too much on the negative feelings about my creations. And when I compose different subject matters on the same page spread, I'm doing this for a reason. For one of the reasons is that sometimes it kind of distract myself and the viewer. Sometimes one drawing is really ugly, but it's actually other drawings around it actually balance it out. So the whole page spread actually looks really cool. So that's why I like to play around with composition in my art journal, is that even though sometimes if I create a really bad sketch, there are other things around it that kind of, distract the viewer. Because every single page spread is like a different puzzle. None of the pages in my art journal look exactly the same. And I actually don't plan beforehand. For a blank page, I just started out maybe with something. Maybe I sketch my cup of tea in the corner, and I just keep moving on in my day, and then find the moment and decide to sketch the next thing on the moment instead of planning what to sketch. So I like this kind of a random experience in art journaling. I think that's what also keeps me going for so many years. It's kind of unpredictable. So it's been almost 10 years now since I started my first sketchbook, and I have created almost 50 sketchbooks. I have filled up almost 50 sketchbooks. So that's 50 sketchbooks for every 10 years. So in the next 10 years, I will have another 50. So that's 100 sketchbooks in 20 years. In the next few decades in my life, I'm predicting I will have at least, let's say, 200 sketchbooks. Probably more. Hopefully I'll create more than 200 sketchbooks for the rest of my life. And my future plan for my art journal is that I really want to travel the world and go to many different countries and to teach art to people all ages. I really enjoy teaching, and I really want to share my passion and skills with others. And so hopefully I'm hoping to create many travel journals. So a lot more urban sketches. I love urban sketches and landscape sketches. And that's it for today's video. So thank you so much for watching my video. If you like my video, please click like and leave me a comment below of what you think about my ideas. If you have any questions, please don't be shy to let me know. And please subscribe to my channel for weekly updates. I'm updating my channel very often, every week. And I will see you next time.